Hello everyone, my name is Akshita Agrawal and I'm a clinical dietitian. Today I'm back with another interesting video, and in today's video we'll be discussing all about fat. We'll discuss how to store it, we'll discuss how to choose it, we'll discuss about the popular myths and facts about oils. So let's start by understanding that what exactly is oil. So just like a house is made up of bricks, a fat is made up of fatty acids. So the fatty acids, some of these fatty acids are made up in our body. They are produced in our body through various mechanisms, and some we have to take through food. So whatever is already available in our body and already made in our body are known as non-essential fatty acids. And some of the fatty acids which we have to take through food or external source are known as essential fatty acids. So some popular fatty acids you might have heard about are omega 3, omega 6, AHA, DHA, then EPA. So these are MUFA, PUFA. These are popular, fatty acids that you might have, seen in some ad, or you might have read them about in the newspaper. So let me understand that what are their functions? Why are they so important? So, when you take any oil or fat which is rich in omega 3 or omega 6, it helps in lowering your triglycerides. So, you might, see that some people say that in their, lipid profile, their triglycerides have gone up, or some people may say their, HDL, LDL are not, proper, their cholesterol levels are increasing. So these triglycerides, which are a byproduct of digestion of fat, are, when they become excess in the blood, they have some complications. They create complications in your heart health. But when you take any oil which is rich in omega 3 or omega 6, it helps in reducing this risk. Second important nutrient that you might have heard, these fatty acids you might have heard a lot about are MUFA and PUFA. So PUFA and MUFA are important because they help in reducing the bad cholesterol, which is your LDL, and improving your good cholesterol, which is your HDL. So, that is why taking these essential fatty acids is important for our heart health. Now, let us understand basics about, the sources of cholesterol and other things. Now, all the oils and fats which come from vegetarian source, like most of your oils like soya bean, sunflower, mustard oils, canola oil, olive oil, all these come from a plant source, and therefore they are cholesterol free. Cholesterol rich will only come from an animal source. For example, anything that is made out of milk. So your khoya will have cholesterol, your butter will have cholesterol, anything, your ghee will have cholesterol. Anything which is made out of animal fat will have cholesterol, and anything that is made out of a plant oil, plant fat will be cholesterol free. So now when you see advertisements like low cholesterol butter, what are those? How are those made? So most of the time what is done is that your simple oil is taken, any vegetable oil or any plant oil is taken, and hydrogen is added to it. So once you add hydrogen to any oil, it will become solid, it will become butter like. So these are sold as low cholesterol butters. But problem is that when you add hydrogen to these oils, they become they develop these saturated fats, which are more risky, more lethal for your heart health. So whenever you're buying any fat, any animal fat which says it is low cholesterol, do make it a point to read about saturated fats. Do read about how much saturated fats it contain. If it has good amount of saturated fats, avoid buying it. Second important myth about these oils and fats is that butter gives you more calories and oils gives you less calories. It is untrue. 5 grams of any fat will give you same amount of calories, whether it is any oil like olive oil or whether it is butter or ghee. Another important myth that is prevalent is that olive oil is low calories. So if you deep fry in olive oil, if you cook in olive oil, it will not add on to your weight. But sorry to inform you that 5 grams of olive oil will contain same calories as 5 grams of ghee or butter. So therefore, if you are frying in olive oil, it is equally risky for you. So olive oil is rich in omega 3 and omega 6, but that does not mean that it is calorie free or it is low calorie. So use them in moderation, use them in with caution. Now another important thing is that when you are choosing a oil, what things you should keep in mind? What is the points that you need to keep in mind? First, your oil should have either of these, either omega 3 or mufa or pufa. Secondly, you need to understand that when you are using any kind of fat, what is your purpose? So say you are using it for anybody who has a weak digestion, who needs or who has a fever, who has who doesn't have a very strong very who cannot spend a lot of calories in digestion. So use oils which have medium chain triglycerides. For example, ghee is a very good example, coconut oil is a very good example. These they digest very quickly, so they help in saving the energy, saving the calories which will be required to digest this fat or oil, therefore giving relief to the person. But when you are choosing a oil for any healthy normal circumstances, then you can look for omega 3, you can look for pufa or mufa. And also another important practice when it comes to fat is mutually supplementing the fats. So any oil whether it is olive oil or it is mustard oil, no oil has all the fatty acids. Some or the other essential fatty acid is missing. So what will be a healthy practice is to change your oil on a monthly basis. So for example, this month you chose a soybean oil. Next month choose a sunflower oil. Next month you can choose maybe mustard. Next month you can choose canola. So like that, when you keep rotating your oils, when you keep changing your oils, one oil whichever essential fatty acids or fatty acids one oil is missing on, the other oil will mutually supplement it, therefore providing you a healthy lipid profile, providing you with a healthy essential fatty acid balance in your body. Now another important point is that how to store your fat. Most of us we like buying fancy bottles, we like storing our fat in a fancy containers. But there are three important things that you need to keep in mind when you are storing your fat. One, the container needs to be airtight. When the fat will come in contact with oxygen, it will start degenerating, it will start breaking down, therefore the oil will go bad very soon. In technical terms we call it rancidity. So your oil will become rancid very soon. Second important thing is you need to store it in a cool place. You need to store it away from your gas stove, because if you store your oils near your heating devices, then the heat will also degenerate the oil very soon. Third important thing is that it should be away from direct light. So use a container which is covered, which the light cannot pass through that container. So if you use a transparent container, the light will start damaging the oil present in it. So these are the three things that you need to keep in mind whenever you are storing your fat. Now let us understand the another important factor about fat is that how much fat you can consume in a day. So when you are planning your diet, do not completely go on a zero fat diet, because when you take a zero fat diet, a number of your hormones cannot be released, a number of your enzymes cannot be released in your body. So make sure at least 15 to 20% of your calories, and if you are very obese and if you have a heart condition, minimum of 11 to 12% of your calories should come from fat, but the fat needs to be good fat, the fat needs to be healthy fat. So like if you're using butter, use in moderation, use less amount, but don't try to go on a saturated fat butter. Don't try to go on a low cholesterol butter, because if you go on a low cholesterol butter but take a large amount, you're still damaging your health. So these are the things that you can keep in mind. Now what are the different oils that you can select for if you're choosing for omega 3. So omega 3 is present in your mustard oil. You can choose mustard oil for omega 3 and omega 6. If you're looking for MUFA and PUFA, then you can go for soya oil, sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is also rich in omega 3. So these are the oils that you can use in your everyday cooking. Mustard oil being very good in omega 3, but it does not have MUFA and PUFA. So I recommend that you can make one meal of the day in one type of oil, and second meal of the day in second type of oil. This will also ensure a mutual supplementation. So I hope through this video you have understood basic facts about fat, how to store them, how to use them, and some common myths that are associated with fats. So if you found this video useful, do share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I will see you in my next video.